What should have been a simple celebration at the Spencer mansion may become the first warning sign of a much bigger battle. On Tuesday, April 28, the bold and the beautiful shifts from fashion success to family tension, and hope may be standing at the center of it all. So let's break down why this dinner may not be an ending at all, but the beginning of Hope's most dangerous career move yet. At the Spencer mansion, Hope and Liam finally join Katie and Bill for what looks like a warm celebration. Eric's collection has been a success, and for Katie, that victory matters. It proves that Logan can compete. It proves that the fashion world is watching. And it proves that the company is no longer just a risky idea sitting in the shadow of Forrester Creations. But Katie is not the kind of woman who mistakes one win for lasting power. That is why her question is so important. Eric's designs were beautiful, but they were still only one collection. What comes next? How does Logan keep people talking? How does Katie make sure this moment does not fade the second Forrester makes its next move? That is where the real strategy begins. Katie may be celebrating, but she is also calculating. She knows that fashion is not built on one successful launch. It is built on momentum, identity, and names that people trust. Eric gave Logan prestige, but now Katie may need something younger, fresher, and more emotionally connected to the audience. And that may lead her straight to Hope. Because Hope is not just a designer's muse or a familiar face. She has history, she has a brand, she has a following, and most importantly, she has frustration. For Katie, that frustration may look like opportunity. Hope confiding in Liam may seem like a softer moment, but emotionally, it could be the turning point of the episode. Once again, Hope feels dismissed by Steffi. Once again, her voice inside Forrester Creations seems to be pushed aside. And once again, the question becomes impossible to ignore. How long can Hope keep fighting for a place at a company that keeps making her feel replaceable? This is not just about one fashion line. It is about dignity. Hope has spent years trying to prove that hope for the future matters. She has accepted criticism, survived setbacks, and watched decisions about her work become tangled in personal history. But if Steffi is still treating her line like an inconvenience, Hope may finally start wondering whether loyalty is costing her too much. Liam will likely comfort her. He may tell her things will work out. He may remind her that she has talent and that this moment will pass. But comfort may not be enough anymore. Because Katie may offer something Steffi cannot. A fresh start. A place where Hope is not begging for approval. A company where her vision is not treated like a problem to manage, but like the next big move. And if Katie also brings Dickie into the picture, that makes the offer even stronger. Hope's vision paired with Dickie's talent could give Logan exactly what it needs. A new identity that feels bold, emotional, and dangerous enough to scare Forrester. Here is where the story becomes explosive. From Hope's point of view, leaving Forrester may feel logical. If Steffi does not value Hope for the future, then why should Hope keep waiting? If her line is not a priority, why should she stay trapped inside a system that can shut her down whenever it wants? But Steffi will almost certainly see the situation very differently. To Steffi, Hope joining Logan Fashion would not look like empowerment. It would look like betrayal. And not just any betrayal, a betrayal that strikes directly at Forrester's pride. Katie has already used Eric's designs to give Logan credibility. That alone was enough to create tension. But if Katie now brings Hope into the company too, Steffi may believe Katie is building Logan by pulling famous names away from Forrester. Eric first, Hope next, and maybe Dickie becomes the creative spark that helps them compete even harder. That could infuriate Steffi because it makes Logan Fashion look less like a new company and more like a direct challenge to the Forrester legacy. Steffi may argue that Hope owes Forrester loyalty, especially after being connected to the family and the company for so long. But Hope could easily push back. Steffi cannot keep blocking Hope's future and then act shocked when Hope looks elsewhere. She cannot treat Hope's line as optional and then demand devotion when another door opens. That is the emotional contradiction at the center of this fight. Steffi may want Hope out of her way, but she may not want Hope powerful somewhere else. Even if Steffi blocks Hope from using the name, Hope for the future, that may not end the threat. In fact, it could make the situation even more dangerous. Hope does not need the exact name to carry the same message. She could create a new line with a different title, but the same emotional identity, soft power, optimism, modern femininity, and a brand built around her personal voice. That is what Steffi may fear most. Not just the clothes, the connection. Because if Hope launches something under Logan Fashion that feels familiar to her old audience, Steffi may see it as a direct attack on Forrester's history. From Steffi's perspective, Forrester helped build Hope's platform. Forrester gave that line visibility. Forrester invested in the brand, the campaigns, and the public image. So if Hope takes that energy and rebuilds it somewhere else, Steffi may not call it reinvention. She may call it theft. But Hope could have a strong argument too. She may say the heart of the line was always hers. The name may belong to Forrester, but the vision came from her. The audience followed her message, not just the company logo behind it. And if Forrester no longer values that message, why should Hope let it die? That is where the fight becomes sharper. Katie may defend the move as business strategy. She may argue that Logan Fashion is not stealing anything. It is giving Hope the freedom Forrester refused to give her. But Steffi may see Katie's pattern clearly. First Eric, then maybe Hope, then Dickie. Piece by piece, Logan Fashion begins to look less like a fresh start and more like a company built from Forrester's cracks. And Brooke could be the one trapped in the emotional middle. She may understand why Hope feels pushed out, but she also knows how deeply the Forresters protect their legacy. If Hope moves too close to the old brand, the backlash will not be small. It could turn into a public fight, a family fight, and a business fight all at once. This is no longer just about a fashion line. It is about ownership, pride, history, and the dangerous question of who gets to control Hope's future. Liam may walk into this situation believing his role is simple. Support Hope, keep her calm, remind her that one rejection from Steffi does not define her future. But this conflict may not let him stay neutral. At first, Liam may see Katie's offer as a positive thing. Hope has been frustrated. She has felt dismissed. She has watched Steffi make decisions that leave her waiting for approval. So if Logan Fashion gives Hope a real chance to create, Liam may believe she deserves to take it. The problem is Steffi. Steffi may not come to Liam with a soft request. She may come with pressure. She could argue that Hope's move would hurt Forrester, embarrass the family, and turn an internal disagreement into a rivalry. And because Liam knows both women so well, Steffi may expect him to understand the danger immediately. That puts Liam in the same uncomfortable place he has been in for years, standing between Hope's pain and Steffi's anger. If he supports Hope, Steffi may feel betrayed. If he challenges Hope, Hope may feel abandoned. And if he tries to calm both sides, he may only make both women feel like he is avoiding the truth. But this time, Liam may not be willing to play the old game. He may understand that Hope is not acting out of revenge. She may simply be choosing a future where she is not constantly fighting for permission. That matters. And if Liam sees Katie's offer as a genuine opportunity, he may refuse to talk Hope out of it just because Steffi is upset. That choice could disappoint Steffi more than he expects. For Steffi, this may not feel like business. It may feel personal. Liam backing Hope could remind her of every old triangle, every divided loyalty, every moment where she felt he leaned toward Hope when it mattered most. And for Hope, Liam's support could mean something powerful. It could show her that this time, he is not standing halfway between two worlds. He is standing with her. But on the bold and the beautiful, a clear choice rarely brings peace. Sometimes, it only proves that the war has officially begun. So Tuesday's episode may begin with celebration, but it could end with a much bigger question hanging over everyone. Is Hope finally stepping into her own power? Or is Katie pulling her into a battle that could burn every bridge with Forrester? Steffi may see betrayal, Hope may see freedom, Katie may see strategy, and Liam may find himself trapped in a conflict that feels far too familiar. Because this is not just about fashion anymore. It is about loyalty, legacy, and who gets to decide what Hope's future should look like.